And it turns out Serena Williams has a secret weapon for her US Open swan song. It's Aussie great and former doubles world number one Rennae Stubbs. She'll be joining Serena courtside, coaching the tennis legend in her final Grand Slam outing.
And the legend herself joins us right now. Rennae Stubbs, welcome back to the project.
Thanks, always happy to be with you guys.
Yeah, you are being called Serena's secret weapon. What does that mean?
Well, I have no idea. I mean, obviously people are just throwing something out there, hoping that maybe, I can be the person to sort of help her win a few matches here at the US Open. But I think Serena's her own secret weapon. I don't think I have to be the one to do anything other than, look, we've been friends for a long time and, we've often talked about her tennis through her career. So, she just asked me to be on the court with her a little bit through this last period of her career.
How do you actually coach and give advice to someone that good?
Well, it's amazing how great players are always looking for a different voice or a different idea or how can I get better. There's not a lot I can tell her how to win a match because, let's face it, she's won more than pretty much everybody. It's more about just keeping her happy and keeping her positive. And I think that's probably the thing that I give to her the most.
Rennae, Serena has been having a bit of a tough time of it of late. Do you think she has another comeback in her?
This is it. I mean, the US Open is it. Can she win the tournament? I'll never say never because you can never say never against, the greatest player of all time that's won the most Grand Slams in the Open era history. So, look, I think it'll be tough for her. I think certainly it's going to be very tough to go 7 matches in a row to win the US Open. Physically, it's going to be demanding on her. But listen, as I said, we're concentrating on the first round. Let's just get her through the first round, get her to have a good memory here at the US Open and hopefully stay healthy and happy.
How important do you think it is for her to go out on a high?
It's an obvious question, really, isn't it? I mean, everybody wants to go out in the greatest moment, right? She'd love to win the tournament and say, see you later, drop the mic like Pete Sampras did. But look, I think the thing that she wants the most is just to have a great match, to entertain the crowd. I don't think she's thinking about winning the tournament. I think she's just about enjoying the moment.
Serena has talked about this concept of women in sport having to choose between the sport and parenthood. What do you think about that?
It's life. I mean, it sucks, right? I mean, if you're a woman, you want to have a family, you're the one that has to have the family. You know what I mean? You're the one that has to give birth and then come back from that. And the great thing about it is there's so many women that have come back actually having children. So I think it's tough, obviously, for women. They really want to have kids, and I know Serena wants to have another child. So that's foremost in her thought. But yeah, it is sadly part of the thing that the women have to have the kids. You guys do nothing.
But we do play a small part in that,
Small. Maybe I'm smaller.
Thanks for the measuring guide, Rennae, there. Now, I've got to ask you about what's in the news today. Djokovic has withdrawn from the US Open. McEnroe blasted the move, calling it a joke. What's your position on all this?
Here we go, back on Novak. Look, I mean, listen, I'll be really honest. I struggle with this because, look, it's just the law of the land. I mean, there's nothing the US Open could do. The US Open would have loved to have had Novak. Are you kidding me? They don't want to not have Novak Djokovic in the draw. But look, it's also kind of stupid in a way because there's COVID everywhere in this country. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's really not having an unvaccinated person going to change the United States, and it's COVID. I mean, I live in New York City and it's everywhere. So I don't know. On one hand, it's the stupidest thing ever. On the other hand, it's the law of the land and you can't do anything about it. But it is sad. It is sad that we don't have Novak in the US Open.
Rennae, great to chat as always. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Thinking about this question of Novak now playing at the US Open, I feel like I have a glimpse into how maybe the rest of the world was seeing us when we wouldn't let him in.
Back in January.
Yeah.
And I do think that, like, watching it from afar, it seems crazy.
It does seem insane, but the rules are the rules, I guess. And if the rules are crazy, change the rules.
It's amazing how much the mind shift has taken over in recent times. I was in the States not that long ago. No one's wearing masks. No one cares anymore. So the fact that they're sticking to this rule is really surprising.
Well, we do know that vaccinations actually help with your tennis play, so that's it.
There is that.
It's a science fact.